This is the Samsung Mobile 500 Race Recap, brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Matt Kenseth turned in a dominating performance Saturday night, leading 169 laps on his way to ending a 76-race winless drought with a victory in the Samsung Mobile 500 at Texas Motor Speedway. Kenseth went to the front early in the first Sprint Cup night race held at the 1.5-mile track and stayed near the front of the field throughout the 500-mile grind. He went back to the top spot for good with 13 laps to go and raced to his first checkered flag since winning at Auto Club Speedway in February of 2009.
Yeah, it feels good to get back to victory lane for sure. It's been a long time, and you talk about them second place finishes here, and I've got beat at the end of a lot of these races. It's great to finish second. If you can't win, but another way is kind of like getting kicked in the gut. You got to come back, and like last fall, I come back and look at Jimmy, and you got to come back and look at the guys, and you're like, you're leading with 2 to go or 3 to go or 5 to go, and you don't win is always really disappointing. So it feels good to have the night that we had tonight in such a dominant car and to be able to get the win.
Boyer, who posted his third top 10 of 2011, wound up 8.3 seconds behind Kenseth at the finish for the runner-up spot. But the Richard Childress Racing driver dodged a bullet when he got sideways after making contact with Brian Vickers on the front stretch.
I didn't have anything for him. I got in the lead there and got away from him once. But I was driving, as hard as I possibly could to stay in front of him, obviously. I got into the 83 car and about ruined our night for us. But, it was a solid run. It's a run that we can all be proud of.
Edwards started from outside the front row but had to battle both an ill-handling race car as well as a bad stomach for a third-place finish, which did give him the Sprint Cup Series point lead.
Our car was really loose all night, so we struggled, and it seemed like we'd put on a set of tires, make a small adjustment, the car would be way different. So I don't know exactly what we were, what adjustment was making the car change so much, but we worked pretty hard, and it went our way. Third was about the best we could hope for, and coming out of here with the points lead and teammate in victory lane, it's a good trip to Texas for us.
Greg Biffle was fourth for his sixth straight top 10 finish at Texas, while Paul Menard turned in his best finish at the track in fifth. Marcos Ambrose scored his second top 10 run of the year at a 1.5-mile track after his Las Vegas run in March. And pole sitter David Reagan gave all 4 Roush Fenway Racing drivers finishes among the first 7. Defending series champ Jimmy Johnson came home 8th. The race was relatively clean, except for one major incident, which took place on the backstretch when Martin Truex Jr., Mark Martin, and Regan Smith made contact in a multi-car crash. It was the second straight week Truex was involved in a violent accident after his heavy impact at Martinsville a week ago. No one was injured in Saturday night's crash. Edwards leads Kyle Busch in the standings by 9 points, with Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, and Kurt Busch rounding out the first 5. Be sure to check back with MotorRacingNetwork.com for more from Texas, and stay with us all week as we count down to next week's Aaron's 499 at Talladega Superspeedway.